Hello everyone, and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. And this is another Prelude campaign where we are setting up for the actual 1920 USA campaign. So I'm just designing my initial fleet. If you're looking after the story mode, this isn't it yet. If you're interested in this, feel free to stick around. Last time we designed ourselves the Wickes. And yeah, the designs actually came out pretty well. Now, today I want to do the Clemson class destroyers. Most of the Clemson class were basically just a slightly improved Wickes class. The slightly larger displacement, and they were mostly designed for better range. There were some interesting sort of permutations though that I might be quite keen to give it a try. So two possible variants that we could include, because otherwise we're ending up with just too many ships that are looking exactly the same, and that's kind of boring. There were two possible variants that are interesting. One of them had 5-inch guns instead of the 4 inches. The other one had twin 4-inch guns. So even though there were only two of them built in actuality, I'm kind of keen to try to build a more long-range twin 4-inch setup and see if we can fit that here. If we can't fit it, then we might try something different. But let's begin by just copying that. And this is going to be the Clemson class. They still haven't fixed that. You're actually moving the screen if you're typing the name in. That's fine. So these things are going to get a better range, and they are also going to be... Oh, were they oil-powered or semi-oil? I'm going to have to check. Okay, so they definitely had oil tanks, but that might just have been for a mixed setup. So we're going to go with semi-oil for now, and we are going to increase the range. The ranges here are, by the way, not representative. The actual ships had much less of a range, but... we'll see what we can make out of these. Speed was the same, I believe, 35 knots. Yeah, we'll go with 35 knots. And we are going to try and see. First of all, we're going to make this thing a little bit larger. I'm going to start out with 1600 tons. Again, this isn't realistic either. But let's give it 1700 displacement. There we go, bigger hull. That's what I was after. Okay, we'll move things around as we go, but we have the same set of torpedoes, and we'll have to see if we can fit the guns on this thing. I believe beam is going to have to stay increased, but this is already a pretty massive ship, and with a good range on it. So let's move. One thing I noticed when I was reviewing the historical photographs is that the stacks are actually offset slightly, so let's move them a little further back. We now have the space for that. Just so we can align the forward tower with this raised superstructure bit here. Whatever that's supposed to be, honestly. If anyone's got an idea, please let me know, because I'm talking about these massive whatever they are. Operations rooms? Crew quarters? Unlikely on the surface, is it? I have no idea what these are supposed to be. So, yeah, if anyone knows what this is meant to be or has any good ideas, please do let me know. I'd be curious to figure that out. Same torpedoes. We don't actually have access to the 21-inch torpedoes because we haven't researched the respective tech yet, unfortunately. So the best we can do is 20-inch torpedoes. And, yeah, same setup of torpedoes, but the guns are going to be twin 4-inch. Now, the twin 4-inch actually here come in enclosed turrets, which I assume they would have been in the actual ship. But let's see if we can actually fit these in. The big problem is going to be this part here, because there's no way in heck we are going to be able to fit a twin 4-inch here. We're going to put another one front. So front and forward and rear is not and aft is not an issue, but the side-mounted ones are a problem. What if we increase the beam further? So let's give it 7%. No, I prefer round numbers, please. 7% beam increase. Nope. Okay, let's try the maximum. If we go up to 10% beam increase, can we fit these in? And that is still a negative. So no matter what we do, we're not going to be able to fit these. We're not going to be able to fit these things in the side mounts here. So let's go back to 5. And in that case, we may have to do a mixed setup. We can put so either that, or we put single barrel 5-inch on. Let's see what that would look like. So let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that, and go with 5-inch single barrel. These are close. Could we fit 5-inch single barrel on the side? That would be another interesting question. And the answer is it's the turret. You see, it's the rear of the turret that donks onto the funnels there, which are in the way. Now I could just undo that little aesthetic thing here and just get the funnels back in there, and I might have enough space to fit. Can I fit a single barrel 5? Yes, so that would fit me a single barrel 5-inch. That may actually fit me a twin barrel 4-inch here as well. Maybe. Oh. So I could do this, but it looks a little wonky. Can I please thank? Yeah, thank you. It does look a little wonky because they're sort of hanging over the sides there. It's not a huge issue. So the twin 4-inch. Is there anywhere? I can't get them any closer in, because then if they need to turn, the rear section of the turret, where basically the breech is going, is not going to be able to swing around. But honestly, I think that is not a terrible setup. It looks a little wonky, but it's not completely terrible. The torpedoes are still operational, and we've got 8 4-inch guns on these things, so they'll be significantly larger. Yes. That allows us. Does that allow us to put a different superstructure in? Let me just check. Could we put these things in there? We could. That gets in the way of the torpedo tubes, though. But the more interesting question I have is, can I put one of the 3-inch single mounts in there? Yes. Okay. Yeah. Now we're in business. Okay. Perfect. Because the thing that annoyed me on the Wickes was that I couldn't fit the 3-inch anti-aircraft gun in there. That's a 76mm, right? 3-inch. Hang on. Yeah, 3 inches 76. Okay. Yeah, so he would. The Clemsons would have had, I think, even 2 at points, but I couldn't fit it because these little sockets here with where the searchlight's on, they don't support. They don't even support 2-inch guns, but I can't fit a single 3-inch up there. Now, the problem is that that's a turret, and that just looks absolutely ridiculous. You have a turret mounted on this thing. This is supposed to be an AA gun. No, I'm not doing that. That looks just plain stupid. What's a 2-inch single mount looking like? I mean, that could, if you look at it right, pass as an AA gun. Would you say? We could use a single 4-inch. We can't fit the 4-inch on top. So the single barrel 3-inch, because aircraft aren't a thing in this game. Single barrel 3-inch looks stupid, but the single barrel 2-inch kind of works. So in that case, it'd be a slightly lower caliber AA gun. Now we just have to see if we can position that in such a way that the torpedoes aren't completely affected. And I think that might actually be more of an issue than I've anticipated. Can I move these turrets anywhere else? No, I cannot. They stay right where they are. Can I move the torpedoes anywhere? I can still probably move these to the rear a little bit, at least. Like that. Okay, hang on. Let's get rid of the rear torpedoes. How far back can we move this turret? Okay, that's as far as it goes. Yeah, blast is not an issue. So never mind these, and I believe these are depth charge launchers right below the barrels here. I'm sure nothing bad will come of that. So how far back can we move the torpedo launches? Like that would be about how far. And then we can move the superstructure back. Maybe we can find a smaller version of that. That is the smallest we can find. And then these are operational. These are perfect. Can we put it slightly bigger? in the middle here between the launches. Yeah, that works. And then we can stick a single 2-inch, and we'll all pretend that that's an AA gun, despite the fact that it's got a gun shield. Well, it's sort of got the elevation. Like you can sort of see it there. It sort of has the elevation, at least a little. But so do these actually. These look like they could almost be dual purpose. I'm reasonably certain they were not at this time, but they might have the elevation to do this. So we'll pretend that that's an AA gun, and yeah. So we've got that aligned. Do we want to stick a different main tower onto this? Which one is this even? This is the Advanced Tower 8. This one. I think they all look the same. I've got these small refit towers, but they are first of all, they're not fitting because they're big, and second of all, they do not look anything like they would have looked. So maybe we'll just put a slightly bigger tower onto it. We'll do the 9, which is slightly better towers. So that would be. Now we have to deal with the weight offset, because we might be able to move the torp launchers a bit rearwards. Let's see how far backwards we can bring them for them to there. That's as far as back as we can get the 5.6 forward offset. I can't move these gun turrets anywhere, and I can't move these funnels anywhere either. I can pull the forward turret back a little bit. Yeah, that works. 0.8% forward weight offset. Yeah, I can work with that. Okay, we have a monster of a gun torpedo boat destroyer here. That is an absolute monstrosity. We've got a little bit of weight to spare, so let's make this a little bit better. Gear turbines is correct. Natural boilers is fine. We've got the engine efficiency for it. We can give her a slightly better. We'll just generally upgrade everything a little bit. Slightly better propeller shaft. We'll stick with the unbalanced rudder. We could go for electric 1, but it's giving us ship flaws. But yeah, we'll go for electric 1. We'll go for slightly better armor. Reinforced 2, anti-flood 2. I'm gonna leave the guns as they are. I think I'm okay with the hydraulic. But we can give this as a gunboat and go for enhanced reload. This is reducing our turret traverse speed, so maybe we go for electrical. Standard torp ammo, we give her a better rangefinder. Coincidence 3, come on. And better sonar. We'll just make it all around. We give her just a regular radio. Better mine sweeping. These are general purpose. I normally don't like particularly putting mines on these ships, because one problem that emerges from that is that they tend to catastrophically explode. I mean, we have a 3.6% flash fire chance. I think the mines are. Yeah, the ammo detonation chance is getting increased because obviously, you know, if you put big steel balls of kaboom somewhere on the rear of your ship, then if anything manages to penetrate those, that can go badly quite a lot. That's just slightly better depth charging, which again increases our. Where's my ammo detonation chance? I honestly don't know actually. Where does it tell me? It should have been in. I would have expected it to be in damage control. But is it? Can we find it anywhere? That's smoke interference. Turning funnel. No. In fact, it does not tell me that. Okay, maybe I missed it. Maybe it's somewhere and I missed it. Anyhow, I think with that we're pretty much in business. I am going to give the turrets. Oh, they have actually some armor now. 4-inch, and let's make it 1-inch top. And we still want. What would these have been? Let's see. Hang on. These would have been 5-inch 51 caliber. So how much? Oh no, sorry, this is a 4-inch. 4-inch 41s right now. Let's see if we can make that longer, because these were 4-inch 50s, I believe. That still works. We can get up to 4-inch 47. And we've got like 8 tons to spare. So there's not an awful lot we can do with this. Slight forward weight offset. We can just increase the aft deck armor ever so slightly. But to balance that out... Oh, we can put 1.1 inch aft belt. There you go. Perfectly balanced. And I believe we have ourselves a Clemson. I don't think we can still get an increase in range. No. Can we get increase in bulkheads? No. We'll go with standard bulkheads. But she's definitely got the range that I want. And I am happy with this ship. So let's save the design. And we have ourselves a monster of a destroyer. These are fleet destroyers, so they were meant to accompany the battleship groups. We'll see how well that works. And we'll see what we design in the next episode. But that's it for me today. Thanks, everybody. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.